Now let's quickly get into the conversation, Dr. Mumba. Yesterday you decided to partner with the Upnd on 7 common values that include the rule of law, the fight against corruption, the repeal of the Public Order Act, unity of the nation, ensuring that tribalism and partisanship is not allowed, grow the economy and clear the debt, upholding human rights, and renew foreign policy for Zambia to have a place on the global round table. Many ask the question that, Dr. Mumba, why don't you just enter into an alliance with the Upnd government?
Well, thank you so much for having me in the first place. Yes, I think that we are at a place of rebranding our political organization and trying to find the focus on how to renew the organization and how to partner with those political organizations that share our values and also the policy positions that we think are important in changing, the fortunes of our country. And at this particular point, we think the very best way for us to fulfill these obligations is to partner rather than getting into an alliance. And I think that it's even a higher way of supporting the values that our colleagues in the Upnd have chosen to work on. And you have done a great job tonight to mention the 7 areas that have attracted our partnership. And that is, of course, the rule of law, which is bringing order in the country. And we are happy that the Upnd has done an excellent job in already changing the mood in the nation of removing hooliganism and replacing it with the law and with order. And that is really something that has attracted us. When I deputized him, we were very concerned and committed to the fight against corruption. So that is an attraction to us. The repeal of the Public Order Act is really our goal, because in the absence of dealing with this, archaic encourage our colleagues to do that. You mentioned the issue of unity, where this thing of tribalism and regionalism must be dealt with, and dealt with, with finality. We are also talking about the area of the economy, the healing of the economy, dealing with the issue of bringing down our debt stock and giving an opportunity to the social sectors to start to thrive. Then we move into human rights. That is an entitlement of God to all Zambians, regardless of where they come from. And we have agreed on working on the foreign policy to make sure that Zambia finds a comfortable place, an equitable place around the global round table with respect. So these are areas in which we believe that a partnership would do a better job than just getting into an alliance. But I think we are saying as MMD, after we resolved in our National Executive Committee meeting, that these are the values we want to support, because they are exactly the same as the values that we carry as an organization.
You earlier spoke that you're doing that in pursuant to rebranding the party, to reshaping the party. Don't you think also, this perhaps could dwindle the odds that the party has, considering the fact that you're trying to partner up with a political party that is already in government? Don't you think standing alone as a party will perhaps, the party will perhaps, emerge strong? Because if you offer those checks and balances, because how then will you continue offering checks and balances as an opposition if you seem to partner up with the government of the day?
Well, first of all, I just want us to understand that, we are standing alone as a political party, but we have decided to concentrate on certain programs and areas where we have agreed that these are cardinal and we need to support our colleagues, because these are values that we hold ourselves. And there's nothing wrong with that. It does not mean that we stop being the political party that we are. We are still the political party that we've always been, of course, going through the process of changing our fortunes in terms of renewing the organization. But I think that we need to move beyond the limited understanding of opposition politics. Opposition politics is not standing on an anthill and try to pull down values and things that you personally believe in. But just because your friend is the one who is there, you start to become unrealistic and actually unreasonable by just condemning it so that you can pull him down and you get there. It's a good political ploy, but this has not served us well. And I think that the success of any government at this particular time will be translated in Zambia. And therefore, we think that if there will be any failure on the part of the Upnd, let it be because they themselves have failed to deliver, not that we keep pulling them down. But whatever is necessary, we are going to do it to ensure we support them in these specific areas, because we are committed that in these areas, Zambia must win. Zambia must succeed. And political parties are not there to stand in the way of good development or good ideas that are being put there by government. Look, when you say our capacity to oppose will be compromised, I don't share that view. I think that we would be more credible as a people to criticize anything that does not line up with the aspirations of the Zambian people and that upon which we agreed to be the basis of our partnership. So when we say, no, we think this is a wrong way that you are going as the governing party, I think that the governing party will respect us because they know that we mean well. We are not being spiteful. We are not standing on anthill to destroy them. They know that our interest is the bigger picture and it's the country. And I do understand that these are not the politics you are used to. These are not the politics that some Zambians are used to. But I believe that our kind of politics, because at the end of the day, you can put in one party, kick it out, put another one, kick it out, and Zambia remains stuck in the same place because you are just doing a game of who can put out the other one as quickly as possible. But once we find a party that says we'll bring the rule of law and order is going to come in the markets, on the streets, at the bus stations, and that starts to happen. The fight against corruption, we have told our colleagues already that they need to move faster than they are moving now. Now they can listen to us because we are in this partnership.
Lastly, Dr. Mumba, how critical is the role of the opposition in a democracy like ours, Zambia?
Extremely critical, extremely critical. And I think that MMD will continue to be that political organization that engages in positive criticism based on improving the quality of life for the Zambian people, not just politics. I think that there are major issues that are ahead of us, those things that we have mentioned. Even if we succeeded 60% on these 7 values that we are partnering on, if we succeeded in helping our colleagues succeed in those areas, Zambia will be 10 times better than it is right now in terms of expressing the freedoms of the people, expanding the democratic space for the political players, and ensuring that the development begins to show forth in terms of the international community finding it comfortable to invest in our country. So I think that at the moment, we shall remain the party that shall speak good where good exists, where we shall criticize, where we think that what our colleagues could be doing would be detrimental to the well-being of our economy or our nation, socially and politically.